This deal materialized in the shadows. This came out of nowhere. This is maybe the most stunning trade, definitely that I've been a part of in recent
Welcome
NBA
back
history.
to the Out of Sight Sports YouTube series, where we break down the most interesting stories and headlines in the world of sports. And boy, do we have a huge topic today. Some trades make sense, some are questionable, and then there's whatever the Dallas Mavericks just did. Luka Doncic, a 5-time All-NBA first-teamer, 3-time MVP finalist, and the guy who just took Dallas to the finals, is now a Los Angeles Laker. In return, the Mavericks got Anthony Davis, who will be 32 next season and has missed nearly 30% of his games since 2020. They got one first-round pick in 2029, and they got Max Christie, a young player averaging just 3.6 points per game. That's it. That's the deal. So how did we get here? Why would Dallas make this move? And did they just hand the Lakers another dynasty on a silver platter? We're breaking it all down right now. But before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for the most out-of-sight sports content on the web. Let's get into it. Luka Doncic isn't just a star, he's one of the 3 best players in the world right now. Over the last 5 seasons, he's averaged nearly 29 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists per game, while shooting 47% from the field and 35% from 3. He's led the NBA in usage rate multiple times, has already passed Stephen Curry in career first-team All-NBA selections, and just dragged the Mavericks to the finals on his back. And yet, Dallas traded him away before he even turned 26. Mavericks GM Nico Harrison tried to justify the move, saying, "I believe that defense wins championships." Which, sure, defense matters. But Luka Doncic is one of the most dominant offensive players of this generation. This is the same guy who torched the Phoenix Suns in a Game 7 blowout, embarrassed the Clippers on national TV twice, and just took Dallas to heights they hadn't seen since Dirk Nowitzki. Even if they had to move him, the return package is one of the most underwhelming in NBA history. Brooklyn got 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges, yet the Mavericks, who had one of the most valuable players in the league, settled for an aging star, 1 draft pick, and a role player. They could have sent Luka to any team in the league and sparked a bidding war. Instead, they just handed him to the Lakers for a fraction of his value. So why did they do it? According to reports, Dallas was worried about Luka's long-term commitment, concerned about his conditioning, and believed that Anthony Davis would make them better defensively. But here's the problem. Luka never even requested a trade, and even if he did leave in a few years, you don't panic trade a superstar before he forces the issue. You make it work. You build around him. You at least pretend to try. Instead, the Mavericks panicked, and now they might have just set themselves back a decade. Meanwhile, the Lakers just pulled off one of the greatest heists in NBA history. Luka Doncic and LeBron James are now on the same team. If that sentence doesn't terrify the rest of the league, I don't know what will. The Lakers now have a young superstar in his prime who can extend their championship window for the next decade. So what does this mean for the rest of the NBA? Can the Mavericks salvage this? And did Nico Harrison just make the worst trade in modern NBA history? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for the most out-of-sight sports content on the web. You won't want to miss what's coming next.